I'm going to make some simple sushi rolls. Couple of things. The seaweed, make sure it's roasted seaweed, tastes better than the other one, so don't buy the cheap one. I'm using Kikkoman soy sauce, less sodium, but I like Yamasa, but I couldn't find that. Also, the pickled ginger, this is the red one. I like the beige colored one, it's much better. And I couldn't find a nice red piece of tuna, so I'm going to use sea scallops and salmon. And also the wasabi. When you buy the wasabi, look at the ingredients. The good one doesn't have any cornstarch in it. So look at see? This one doesn't have cornstarch, but it has tapioca starch in it. So that means it's not pure. So, and it's hard to find one that doesn't have a filler in it. Anyway, go to a Oriental supermarket if you can, which is too far from me. That's why what I bought is local in the supermarket, but an Oriental market will have better quality. Oh, let us not forget the bamboo mat in order to roll the, okay? So that. And a little saran wrap, and we're going to get going. First, I'll cut up the pieces of fish and scallop and scallion. There's no name for this roll that I know of. It's similar to a California because I'm going to put avocado into each of those. I like the taste of avocado. So let's cut up these sea scallops. I'm cutting them like so. And these are delicious raw. And the slice I'll cut in half, and then we'll lay them in there like that together. So we cut up all the scallops first. And now the salmon, depending on what cut you get, this was a piece with the long piece of the belly, so we'll just cut that off. And this is about the thickness I want, so this is too thick. So we'll just wreck the place as we're cutting. I'll leave it like so. That should be the length, so that's good. So we cut a nice long piece like so, which will fit right inside the, and continue like that. If you see the thickness of the piece, that's pretty good. So we'll cut that up. We have to do the avocado. So just cut the avocado. It feels a little firm, but it's okay. Twist the knife, separate it, pull that. Now, just take a knife and just peel back. And then we'll slice it and put it in this little bit of lemon juice to keep the color. Now that the avocado has been peeled, just slice it. Put the slices in the lemon juice. And if you can't find a ripe one, this is pretty good, this one I found today, but if they're way too hard, so buy it 3 days in advance. And then by the third day, it should be good. And that's it on the avocado. So we're all set. So now we have everything ready. We have the fish, the avocado, washed and the correct length on the scallions. And now we have to set up the board. Okay, let's begin this. I put the bamboo down. I put a piece of saran wrap on top of the bamboo, so I don't have to clean the bamboo later. You don't have to do that. I just found that it was easier. Then we place the nori there. This way it'll give us a shorter one, this way a longer one, and after it's rolled, see if it's going to be a large roll, we'll use all of it. If it's not going to be a large roll, the first one. Now the most important part is, you've heard them clapping their hands when they do this? Well, there's a bowl of warm water for me over here. You just go like so, and then you pick up the rice, and you place the rice, and that keeps your fingers from really picking up a lot of rice. So each time you go for the rice, you will and I think I'm going to go for a large one, the first one. Each time you put some down, the rice is still warm, and that is enough, or it'll come out. So now we can lay in there. Let's lay in there a little salmon. You know, you can also, to make it spicy, the wasabi that you make, you can put a line in here. There's the salmon. Piece of scallion, avocado, and that's about it. I'll make since it's large, I'm going to make a combo. Or we're going to, we're going to roll this and then put something else on the other part. So now we're ready to roll. So take the bamboo, bring it over. Bring it back, and there we are here. And now I'm going to put in there a little bit of the scallop. And finish rolling it up. See, right now I can do it. You don't need the bamboo to get this point, but after it's rolled like so, now we need the bamboo to make it nice and tight. So you squeeze it. And there we have our first roll. Now that shouldn't be. That's because I had too much rice in there. So the next one is going to be smaller. So what do you do with these? You just put them off to the side until you're ready to cut. Now the fact that it's perforated, these sheets, you can take off a piece, just cut it off, and the line is right there. And we can save this and use it. So we're going to make a smaller roll right now. Just wet your hands. Get the rice. Place it in there. And not to the edge. And that's why the last one I made, the rice oozed out. Very bad not to do that. Okay, so we'll put the avocado, and no scallion. I'm just going to put the salmon in the avocado. If I had red tuna, this would have been the red tuna. Only because the color had to be right. So just take it and roll over. There we go. Bring it back there, and now squeeze, roll it, squeeze it. Now let's see if we did this one right. Oh, just a few pieces oozed out. So now you take this and put it off to the side. Now you can see this is a half a pound of salmon and 4 scallops, and you can see how much we made already. So you can figure out the cost. And I'm going to finish up with making just large ones because I like them. and there's a lot of ingredients, and I don't want to make these things separate. All right, this one, we're not going to have any rice oozing out. I'm going to do it just right. Okay. So, when I used to make this, I used to eat out a lot, sushi, many years ago. And it's not cheap. So I said, you know what, let me learn to make it myself. And I could not believe the amount of pieces I was able to make. Not the rolls, the pieces with the sushi with the fish on top. How much I was able to make from just like a half a pound of tuna. And it's unbelievable. So you can see they do very nicely, these sushi places. Let's just squeeze that a few times to tighten it up. Okay, only a little rice got onto the there. So now we'll go about cutting them. So have your knife. And I put my knife in the water. It cuts better. And you just cut a piece. Turn it. That was too thick, but that was the end cut. So now you have, looks like a California roll, but it isn't. Oops, that is not good. So we turn it on the seam and cut it. And you do need a very sharp knife to do this. So that's the large one. Now the smaller one, if you want, you don't have to cut it that way. You can cut it on an angle. That piece you discard. And then cut it like so. And you have a piece standing up. So one that way. Another one like that. And then you can also make these just small. Now right here, what we've made, and I didn't even use half of the fish, is a meal right here. Okay, so you can see from a half a pound of salmon, and I still have all of this left, and 4 sea scallops, how much we've made so far. So let's make up a little wasabi. So we'll make a little wasabi. Like I said, this is not the good one. The good one is only with the mustard. No starch in it at all. So we just take this, add a little water to it. And make a paste. And there you go, there's your wasabi. I'm going to taste this one, see how it stands up against the better one. Now, ooh, it's hot. So there you go, the wasabi, the pickled ginger, the sushi. I'm going to try and make another one. Now let's try making a sushi with the fish on top. Even though I didn't cut the fish to the layout, that way I only cut it long and narrow. Let's see. Take a little rice in your hand after it's wet and squeeze it. Take the piece of fish, take the piece of seaweed that we had, and just wrap it around, and there we have a piece of sushi. Well, that's all I can do. I'm going to go finish up all the rolls and see how much I make, and it's going to be quite a bit.